Hi folks, so you're doing this is sjsrana Surinderjit Rana reporting for October 20th, 2024 time about 900 hours IST. What you're watching is the sun directly facing Earth, and we are finding that there are a lot of CMEs directly facing Earth, and already you can see at the end of the tail of this rotation you'll find that the sun is flaring up, a lot of heated plasma directly directed towards the Earth. So again, this is solar maximum approaching, and it's the end of 25th cycle, and we're going to see a lot of solar flares, folks. As I predicted all along, that Mother Nature is going to do its part, as the Devil's Association of India are spreading tentacles all across. The racist, fascist, rapist Devil's Association of India are spreading their tentacles, and this is the time where you'll find these people are enjoying, but at the time grabbing everything, but at the same time Mother Nature is doing its work behind the scene. So folks, as you can see over here, I'm basically contemplating, and I'm trying to see what we have ahead and what we're gonna do for the betterment of humanity. As always, I keep repeating, in India, whenever you are in India, the trespassing morons, scammers, fraudsters, rapists, thugs, devils are most abundantly available visible creatures in India. And saints, innocents, original personality, as Rana are least visible available people in India. So that's saying that being done, it doesn't mean that they are not approachable. So I'm telling you the original personality as Rana, I'm talking on that fact. I'm available, approachable, but there has to be certain means. It cannot be the metaphor morons bullshit of India devils, where they ask you to stand someplace, time, location, where someone will come. That's not going to happen with saints and original personality as is Rana. It has never happened. It will never happen. It will never be done, and that's not the way to meet the saints, original personality as is Rana, especially in India, because there are a lot of many reasons I tell you. First foremost reason is that around your neighborhood, which I've seen around my neighborhood always, a lot of rapists, racist faces, devils. So I never talk to them. I always avoid them, and I've seen a lot of stranger people appear at my neighborhood. It's always better to avoid, because you never know who's raping who in neighborhood, and if you could be associated with them, you've seen with them, you could basically be labeled as with them, birds of the same feather flock together, even if you're talking for a minute or two. So in India, only rapists, racist faces people are together. They keep talking. They talk with strangers. They talk with anybody who appears in the neighborhood, because they want to grab. They're grabbing females. They're grabbing car stuff, bounties, and international visas, whatnot. But original personality as is Rana, you will never find grabbing or just talking to strangers in the neighborhood. They always avoid. I have nothing to do with them, and will always be avoiding, because you never know who's raping who in neighborhood. That could be a rapist, that could be a racist, that could be a fascist, devil. So always avoid strangers when you are in India. Always try to keep your thoughts clear, keep your track clear, and keep your intentions clear. That's the way of humanity. So folks, sun, as I was telling you, as you can see, they are already flaring up. M class solar flare has been blasted recently. We're already expecting more X class flares about the time which I predicted. Hashtag MAY 2025 END. Yeah, that's the end time. So we'll see sun becoming totally crazy, Mother Nature becoming fully enraged, and it's going to blast sun. It's going to do lot many things the way I predicted. So hashtag MAY 2025 END. You must keep following. I'm tagging this all along on my articles, on my threads at sjsrana, even on my Instagram at sjsrana. So you keep following, folks, because you don't want to be left alone. Yeah, stop following the imposters of India, the thugs of India, the scammers of India. Since I've been servicing humanity for past 12 years or plus, from before its news reporter sjsrana to One World Press, I've also done a lot of articles on Google Plus, Google pages, but that has already been taken away by Google. Google has commercialized Google Plus, and I have abandoned the Google Plus since then. But on One WordPress, I'm already there. So you keep following the right original personality. Don't follow the India thugs scammers, imposters, impersonators, just like around my neighborhood I'm residing. They are doing the bullshit of metaphor morons. They are bullshit people, racist, faces, rapists, devils, bullshit people who are already most abundantly available, visible people around my neighborhood, and they want to grab everything. They want to be the impersonator for me, even though they will claim they know me, they have acquaintance, but you'll never see with me with them. I'm not talking to them. I'm in no group. I'm a one-man single army. Have been working relentlessly for 12, 13 years for my project of oneworldpress.org. So, folks, let's come to topic now. I have been avoiding the war topic, but this time it's becoming a little bit more concerning. It's becoming more important and urgent now. So we see Israel planning for some retaliatory strikes on Iran because Iran has recently launched almost 200 ballistic missiles over Israel, and Israel has been silent since then, trying to contemplate the time, location, date, and the amount of strikes, the amount of damage it is supposed to do, because it's in consultation with US, and US has been already stopping Israel not to go belligerent, not to go straight away direct fight with Iran, because US is going to all the way support Israel. On the other hand, Iran is also preparing its nose, Russia supporting completely. Even China is at the side. Also, India. India and Iran are also close friends, so India is going to support Iran also. That's what is seen. It may not support Israel that much because there are a lot of other things at the play. So, what should we expect? Purported leaks, U.S. intelligence docs appear to show Israel's plan for attack on Iran. So there has been leak already. A lot of documents which are floating on net on dark web about the plans of Israel attacking Iran. So that could be some indicator that U.S. is already involved completely, and it's going to do some sort of contemplating some sort of strategic maneuvers before it's going to allow Israel to strike Iran, because strike to Iran is not a normal thing, folks. Iran is not like a normal nation where like Israel has been bombing Syria, has been bombing Lebanon, and all across. Iran is something different because they have a lot of preparations already done. It's got a lot of huge inventory of tanks, missiles, even it's got autonomous drones. It's got a lot of things, folks, which is going to surprise Israel. Also, there is a possible of genome weapon. Iran may be processing that. I'm just trying to indicate. Iran may be having a genome weapon, yes, which is called bio weapons. But genome weapon is much more different. It's going to alter your RNA, DNA. So they have this RNA altering or maneuvering basically with the weapons or the missiles that's going to drop. Iran already has that. Perhaps Iran is already possessing some nuclear device, crude device, or maybe full-blown nuclear device. That's also in the cards. That's why Israel is very careful, and it's fearful also of Iran in one way. So now you may ask that when should I expect Iran or Israel to attack each other? So that's the open question. So to my understanding, by end of this month, after 25th of October, and then end of this month, October, it is highly likely Israel is going to attack Iran. And what the targets are going to be, that's another question which you may ask me. I see the first attack of Israel on Iran may not be nuclear facilities or their basically conventional warheads, but it's going to be more like leadership. It's going to target people, folks. That's the first attack phase of attack of Israel on Iran. That's what I see. Second phase may involve conventional warfare, which it's going to decimate a lot of defense system, and a lot of uh, depot where the army or the military is having their ammunitions and a lot of other inventories. That's second phase, and third phase may finally be destroying and using the underground bunkers, busters, bombs to destroy the underground facility of Iranian nuclear research or facilities. That's going to be in phase third. That's what I see, folks. However, there is a lot of dynamics to it because at the first and second phase, Iran will intercept a lot of missiles. Also, at second phase, Iran may become totally aggressive and retaliatory on Israel, and it will have support from Russia, guaranteed. also from China, may also seek help from India. And India is a dubious part always. You never know which part India is going to play, which role. It's like it's a metaphor. It's a metaphor. They change their faces. It's like a chameleon. India is always known as chameleon to the world politics. They change their color, they change their face, they change everything in every passing hour. You never know it's going to sit on the lap of Russia, or it's going to sit. It's going to have tea with Israel, or it's going to have party with the U.S. That's how India changes, like a chameleon. You never know what their foreign policy is. So for now, we see Iran is also well ahead planning. It's expecting Israel attack strike. So it's already being preparing all this, but it's getting losing its patience because it was expecting it'll happen within 2 weeks. It has not occurred, and now Iran is having change of tactics strategy, and it's going to basically be very proactive on defense shield because Iran also possess S-400, S-300 defense system, missile defense system from Russia. It's having sophisticated missile defense system, which is basically protecting its nuclear sites. That's for sure. So it's not going to be easy jar in the hand or the candy jar, hand in the candy jar by Israel. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be really tough to attack Iran nuclear facilities, I tell you folks. And this is going to take a lot of efforts, and mostly US is going to do the intelligence. That is what is being seen, and US is already having all its armada of ships, surveillance drones, surveillance, basically MQ-9 predators and whatnot, basically hovering around and trying to do the reconnaissance. So this is going to happen before Israel will strike its second phase or third phase. It's going to do a lot of reconnaissance from US. US is already having armada of ships in the Middle East, in this Red Sea. So all these things are occurring together, and at the same time we see sun flaring up, X flares, and it's going to flare the M flares at very high frequency at the same time. So I'm going to give you some heads up. That's what I am here supposed to do. I've been doing it for past 12 years since 2010 to give you heads up how the world is going to shape up. So coming back onto the Ukraine and how it's surviving the aggression from Russia Putin. Ukraine has been having meetings, strategic meeting with all the NATO members, also with the EU leadership. And Ukraine recently received 1.1 billion US dollars as a aid from these nations. So basically, we will see a lot of nations preparing the Ukraine for NATO membership. A lot of NATO members are already preparing, they're endorsing Ukraine for a NATO membership. And possibly NATO will grant the NATO membership to Ukraine, but it's waiting the results of the war. It doesn't want to do in the middle of the war because doing in the middle of the war can provoke Russia completely, and that could become a nuclear, you can call a nuclear war zone altogether everywhere. That's what the NATO is trying to avoid, folks. So Ukraine is already aware that North Korea is supplying more than 10,000 troops, very high sophisticated troops to Russia. It's supplying a lot of secret, or what is called the sophisticated technology to Russia, motors, ammunition, drones, missiles mostly to Russia, which is short range and mid range missiles, is supplying to Russia. It's not going to supply ICBMs because Russia is already having a lot of ICBMs at silos and at mobile launchers. So that's not what Russia is going to ask, but a lot of mid-range and little bit long-range missiles, maybe like at 700 kilometers range, is going to ask from North Korea. Also, India is supplying a lot of sophisticated technology, a lot of weaponry, a lot of different ammunitions, different bombs, different fuselage for the planes and whatnot. Su-57, all those planes are getting high-end upgrades from India already. So India is supporting completely Russia. It's going to visit very soon. PM Modi has the invitation from Putin, Russia, to join the BRICS over there. So obviously Modi is seen always embracing Russia Putin, and it will be embracing always the Putin because they are strategic partnership and they have developed lot of credible uh, defense deals and exchange of weapons already. So, North Korea entering the arena and joining complete hands forces with Russia. Already, Russia and North Korea have the basically agreement, a signed agreement of defense and protection each other. So, North Korea has the protection of Russia. So, anytime any launches from South Korea, Japan, attack on North Korea will be attack on Russia. That's what the pact is. It's already in place, effective. So it's very hard to touch North Korea now. Even the U.S. is a little bit skeptical on launching any attack on North Korea. So it's trying to form a deal. Again, that's going to be a lot of different tactics. World is already polarized into two zones, Russia and the US NATO. Also, let's take the sun look. Basically, that's going to give more flares time to come down the line. After a week or so, we'll see more flares coming up after October 27th to October 30th. A lot of flares from sun, I predict already. Okay, folks, jumping back to the main topic which has been going on in India, the marital rape for last 77 years when the India got independence from UK rule 1947. Females of India, which is a huge number, which is at least 700 millions right now, females married, girls married to India males, husband they have. They are basically asking and demanding from Supreme Court the protection from marital rapes from India males, and this has become very hot heated debated topic now. As I told you that this is very surprising that from October 19 to October 21st, India is celebrating the marital rape Olympics. Yep, there's celebrations all around for marital rapes. Females that celebrate marital rapes will be seen all around, or husbands that celebrate marital rapes will be seen all around enjoying with the partner, with the life partner, seen all around hunky dory. Because I told you there are three counterbalances or the three things which are going on, which is resisting or which is basically not allowing India 700 million females to protest openly against the marital rape exception given to the India males. Recently, on October 17th, the India government, India Union already replied to Supreme Court that uh, uh, once the female girl is married to India male, it has implied consent of sex. It has implied consent of being a sex slave or being a possession of India husband. That's what they were basically stating in the Supreme Court. Okay, and after that, we don't see on October 17th when they stated this, we never saw massive protests of India females. 700 million Indian females never protested. So I kept telling you there are three causes why they don't protest. There are three main causes. The first is India females, 700 million Indian females, have always terror and fear of India state-sponsored terrorism. They know India is known for state-sponsored terrorism. Females of India already know that they can be terror to them. They can basically rape them at will. They can do what not. They are already having secret surveillance of India females all around. The secret services of India are known for that. They're having secret surveillance 24 by 7 of India females. Mostly once they go to washroom, they take shower, or wherever they have cell phone, they're taking recordings, they're taking images, and then passing to national sex trafficking industry of India. So this is the business which is already known to everyone. So on October 17th, the India government, India Union submitted to Supreme Court that they certainly does not have fundamental right the husband to violate the marriage or the consent of female. So, but on the other hand, they say basically implementing marital rape laws is too harsh for males, India husband. Yep, India government says implementing marital rape laws are too harsh for India males, specifically for India males. They are not bothered for foreign males and other, but specifically India males, it's too harsh. That's what they took the plea. They don't care whether it's the marital rapes are harsh for India females, whether the forceful demanding sex from India females is harsh to them. India government doesn't care whether the liquor drinking males of India demanding forceful mouthful sex is harsh for India female. They don't care. They never took this consideration in Supreme Court on October 17th. It's funny, folks. You got to. Everybody is laughing. The whole world is laughing. I cannot resist laughing, folks. So, 700 million Indian females, folks, are basically protesting now in few hundreds group. It's not like massive millions of females will walk down the road of India, Delhi, New Delhi or Parliament. No, that will not gonna happen. India females doesn't have that gut. I tell you, folks, they're already been enslaved right from 1947. They have been indoctrinated the sex slavery part. They have been taught again and again to become a sex slave of India male's husband. They have been taught by their parents and the patriarchal structure of India society. Yeah, highly patriarchal. They have been told that you can be raped anytime by anyone, anywhere. Don't resist much, or else you'll be murdered, like the Kolkata doctor who started resisting that male or teamwork of sex, organized sex, basically trafficking of India. And you see the results. She was murdered brutally. So, India females are aware of that. They are told right from day one that rape is something very common in India. Don't get too fussy about it. Don't resist too much, or else you will be murdered. They have plenty of examples to give to females. So, females of India, 700 million females, have become accustomed to a lot of rapes. Only few have the guts to basically revolt against or resist against sex trafficking or marital rapes or the rapes done by the racist faces, rapist devils of India. Only few 100,000 perhaps females of India can resist. The rest 700 million females of India are indoctrinated by India or patriarchal society that rape is something very common in India. So don't get fussy about it. So the Association of Doctors, past 2 months, okay, folks, since August 7th or 8th, when the doctor was raped, brutally murdered, set an example to India, females, 700 millions, that these are the consequences of resisting a rape in India. If you try to resist the male, the patriarchal male of India, whether it's in the houses, bedrooms, washroom, or marital rape by husband demanding mouthful sex or whatnot, you have to bear the consequences. That's what India females are taught right from day one. So this junior doctors or the Association of Doctors who have been protesting almost for 2.5 months now. Can you imagine? The Doctors Association have been protesting against the cops, against the police functionary, against their laxity, against their corruption, against their bribery, against the government, the local government, and even the India government, that why they are pervert friendly system, why they allow sex trafficking of females all around. Because the sex trafficking industry of India is so strong, the largest and the fastest growing industry in the world, $100 billion industry of sex trafficking females. The reason is this. That's why the doctors are basically protesting now that if they can stop sex trafficking of India females, these brutal rapes and the brutal murder of doctors will never happen. They want to save their fraternity, folks. They are vulnerable at all levels because they're serving humanity. So, whosoever is serving humanity in India is always vulnerable. Keep this in mind. Whosoever is truthful, whosoever is serving people, whosoever is serving relentlessly the humanity in India will always be vulnerable because India is known for rapists, racist, fascist, devils association nation. Yep, they are at the top level or the apex predators. They are the one who are running the world. They are the one who are running the India, ruling India. They are the one who have the largest association, and they are the one who have the largest supporters, devotees in India. The best example I can give you, the current best, there are many examples, hundreds and hundreds of examples, but I give you one big example, is the Gurmat Ram Rahim. Yeah, the Gurmat Ram Rahim is basically a rape convict for two of his disciples. He raped. That's what we know. That's what has been documented. But the complete India knows that there are many, many females, more than 200 females, who have been victim of Gurmat Ram Rahim, sexual conquest or sexual slavery or sex trafficking. Everybody knows. But you can imagine only two females got guts to report. The rest all were hunkering down. They were all under the bunkers, trying to save their skin. They have the understanding of state-sponsored terrorism also will be on them if they try to report the rapes and the sex trafficking going on with Gurmat Ram Rahim. Consequently, Gurmat Ram Rahim is basically having a lot of devotees, millions and millions of India devotees. They're devoted to Gurmat Ram Rahim concept of enjoying females, enjoying raping females while giving the sermon. Yep, they join their congregation. BJP was seen mostly joining their congregation, which was done recently by Gurmat Ram Rahim. So Gurmat Ram Rahim, rape convict, doesn't need to ask people. India people will follow automatically. That's the mindset of racist, fascist, rapist devils of India. They'll follow automatically Gurmat Ram Rahim, and he's given a lot of payrolls, even though he's supposed to be in behind the bars for most of his crime, which is heinous. But he's given a lot of payrolls. So people of India know that the predators, apex predators of powerful predators of India are the rulers. They are supposed to be given respect, or else state-sponsored terrorism will be on them. So, folks, watch live India celebrating marital rapes for October 19th to 21st. Yep, these are special days where they'll celebrate marital rapes of India female. Because on 22nd of October, the Supreme Court will retake the matter of marital rapes, and why India government is siding with predators, perverts, pedophiles, drunkard husbands, liquor drinking husbands, why they don't want to implement marital rapes for 700 million females, why they only care for around 666 million males, drinking males, drunkard India husbands or male, and why they are siding with predators and perverts. That's the question which is pending, and it will be taken up on 22nd of October in Supreme Court. Now you may ask why Mother Nature is getting enraged or furious. Why the terrible sun looking glaring at Earth again and again with the M class and X class flares. You may ask why it's happening, why the flares are ramping up. Well, it's all set up, already set up by Mother Nature, as it's seeing the racist, fascist, rapist devils of India rising, and they are basically spreading all across tentacles in all over the globe. Even they are getting now generously visas, international visas, being distributed to all these people. So once the bullshit of metaphor morons bullshit around the neighborhood, standing here, standing there, the bullshit, and international leadership is very pleased with that bullshit. They like the bullshit because these devils are the mindset of devils. They like the devils. So once you do a metaphor bullshit, they are very pleased and happy. They don't like what you're doing. They don't like what truthful path you're following, but they like the bullshit of metaphor morons standing here, standing there, doing sub action like monkeys. The international leadership like this bullshit. That's the devil's mind they have, and they give them international visa doing this bullshit. Okay, folks, let's shift our focus to Diddy Combs. Yep, Diddy Combs has been in news lately for last 2 or 3 weeks, and the inspectors or the people, detectives are all focusing on Diddy Combs' empire and industry of sex trafficking. Lot of names have come forward. Lot of females have come forward. Over 120 females are already witness to the court against the Diddy Combs sex trafficking empire, but there's a lot more to unearth. This is not the end of the story, folks. As you can see, the detectives, the US detectives are on the track, are basically gathering all the evidence before they put up the biggest showdown against Diddy Combs sex trafficking industry. Just like I covered Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and basically Hollywood mogul Weinstein. I covered all in depth. I'm covering Diddy Combs also in depth because it's concerning to human trafficking, sex trafficking, and basically anti-humanity stance which people do. So when people start becoming popular, powerful, they do anti-humanity stance. Most of them become that. So you see Diddy Combs, they have a lot of acquaintances, lot of people are followers of Diddy Combs. Because he was very powerful, he was very popular, he could throw parties, and a lot of good names, a lot of big names, reputed names have been attached to Diddy Combs. However, nothing has been revealed to the citizens of US. Nothing has been revealed so far. They have been hiding the names all across. So Diddy Combs sex trafficking industry and the associates, huge number of associates are there, folks, that the list has to be revealed, and that's what is being done right now. But people and the authorities in the US are very vigilant this time. They don't want to lose Diddy Combs, just like they lost Jeffrey Epstein in New York federal prison. You're all aware of that, how in 2019 and onwards they lost Jeffrey Epstein because Jeffrey Epstein had all the names written in his consciousness, and he's going to divulge that. That was the idea of the authorities, to nab all others involved in his freaky parties, in his exploiting minor girls, sex trafficking of minor girls to his pedophile island. However, this time they are going to be very vigilant on Diddy Combs because Diddy Combs also have a lot of names he's going to divulge sooner or later. They're going to have all of the names written in the report. So, folks, this is the coverage I'm doing for Diddy Combs right now, and I do feel he's behind the bars for a long time, a long time, folks, because there is so much of credible evidence already in possession of the feds. They already have the videos he was making in his mentions, and alleged lot of crimes, sex crimes were going on, the orgy parties and whatnot is already in the hands of the feds. I tell you, folks, they're trying to discern every fact. They're trying to make it clear before they do their final launch of the offense against the sex trafficking industry in US. Okay, folks, my part is to alert you and the humanity and always to basically dispel the darkness or the devils or the racist, faces, rapist devils of India Association. Always there to dispel their impersonators, their basically deceit, deception, their manipulation all across. So, I again repeat, this is my personal disclaimer all the time, every time, that it's important to note that sjsrana, which is me, Surinderjit Rana, has never taken anything from racist, fascist, rapist, devils, delivery agents of India, metaphor, raping games, bullshit metaphor around my neighborhood, played by the bullshit people who are grabbing international visas, car, cash, money, bounties. These bullshit devils are always around the beggars, the racist beggars of India. Bullshit people. You'll always find them the most abundantly available, visible people. They are the beggars, bullshit beggars of India. So I'm never involved. I've never taken anything, folks. Just to be clear, I've never taken any cash, car, bounty, money, vehicles, or parcels, or perhaps the to extend international visa. Yep, I have never grabbed any international visa. To this, the witness is US, Canada, UK, Australia, France, Germany, all are the witness to this fact that Surinderjit Singh Rana has never taken any international visa, let alone cash, car bounty, or whatnot. All bullshit people around my neighborhood. These bullshit racist faces rapists have been raping females in the neighborhood with the sex trafficking agency and grabbing international visa after raping. So this has become a joke to them that, oh, it's good once you rape a female in the neighborhood from sex trafficking, you also get international visa. What a joke you guys have made. I am very furious on this international devil association who has been running sex trafficking and granting them international visas. I'm very furious at them, I tell you, because you have put my life in jeopardy. Because these people, these beggars of India, the racist faces beggars, bullshit people, you have gathered across my vicinity. They have become like privy to my privacy, and what they are doing is they're running a cartel. It's become like a Sinola cartel. These devils, bullshit people running around my neighborhood all across daily are basically like a Sinola cartel, and they have become threat to me.
Hi folks,
Because
this is
they want to
sjsrana,
basically
Surinderjit
subdue,
Rana reporting
oppress,
for
repress,
October
or
18th,
basically eliminate the original
11:55
personality.
hours
Because they've
IST.
already
Yeah,
created
that's
many
Indian
versions
Standard
of me,
Time. So
duplicates of me,
this
clones of
topic,
me,
we have a
impersonators of
lot of
me
world
around,
events which we are going
and
to discuss
all the
shortly.
time these
Again,
impersonated
as I've
people are grabbing
for
everything and
past
claiming,
two
oh,
three days
I am
I've been
Surinderjit Singh Rana. So
ignoring.
that's what
I've
going
been
on, folks.
avoiding
The
this war
bullshit people,
topic or
the
the World
racist
War
faces,
III
beggars,
topic
bullshit people
because
of
we
India
have other
are all
social
around my
events,
neighborhood,
other
and they're
social
grabbing the
causes which
international
are
visa.
much
You
more
can check the
important,
names for past
and we
nine
got
months
to
who bullshit
unravel that,
people
unearth
have
them,
grabbed the visas under the
and we
scheme.
got to
All
expose
these
the
racist
devils of the
faces,
world,
devils,
the
bullshit
racist,
association
fascist
are
devils of
all
India,
grabbing these things. I have
grabbing,
taken
raping
nothing,
females
folks,
around.
just to
We
be
got to
clear.
expose that, having zero gold medals in Olympics France 2024. That's their stamina, strength, performance, action, folks. That's how they display. It's 1.6 billion people. It's a yoga people. Modi launched International Yoga Day June 21st on 2014. But their performance is so dismal that they got zero gold medal in real Olympics, which is in France 2024. Much more we got to discuss. Diddy Combs sex trafficking industry versus India sex trafficking industry, why Mother Nature wrath is upon us, and why these racist faces devils of India are terrorizing humanity everywhere now. They are huge strength in number. Okay, they have massive strength in number, folks, and they are educated also. But they are racist faces rapists running the sex trafficking industry of India, also the shadow government of India. So, folks, let's first focus on sun. Sun is basically putting up a glare, very spooky, Halloween type. You must be laughing, yeah. Halloween type scare on Earth. It's putting a glare. So these are signs in heaven, folks. Must remember that. We must not ignore the signs in heavens, as we've been told in all the doctrine, in all the scriptures. You got to be very careful around what's going around the world. You cannot just sit around and say, okay, everything is fine here, nothing is going to cause me any harm. But if it's a simple flare, a CME with plasma, it's going to decimate the whole setup in Earth. Yeah, including your electronic devices. All your devices will be wiped off. All the other electronic grids will be wiped off. So the humanity which we know, the civilization which we know of now, can be wiped off within few seconds. Yep, folks, that's how Mother Nature works.
So don't be so assured that you are having what you're having right now will be always there. It will change within a second. All these racist faces, rapist devils of India running sex trafficking around neighborhood, they are putting all these spells on Mother Nature, and it's enraging Mother Nature so far so long that it's going to decimate everyone, everything around, because they are all part and parcel of the problem. Mark my words, don't follow India racist, fascist, devils population. It's exploding now. They are 1.6 billion people on just one single nation, which is India, one third size of China. They are tightly packed, very tightly packed people. And these people are basically now getting mixed with the India racist faces devils and running the sex trafficking industry openly. Got to be very careful with them. Okay, folks, let's first shift focus on Diddy Combs sex trafficking. Okay, so recently the whole world eyes are focused on Diddy Combs sex trafficking industry, how he was able to enjoy completely impunity from US government and officials, and he was able to basically abuse females, minor girls. 120 females of US have already come forward in courts to stand witness against Diddy Combs sex trafficking industry. This industry was so huge, large, and his large white parties had a darker side on it. And there are new lawsuits coming. Already 6 civil lawsuits are against him. He's already housed in federal prison, New York. That's where he housed in, and he's having his own special cell. And his sex trafficking industry will put light on how India sex traffic industry at a huge scale is running daily, delivering females in neighborhood to be raped, grabbed by racist, fascist, rapist devils of India openly. India government officials are involved in it. I'll tell you how India government is also participating in sex trafficking industry of India. It's a $100 billion US dollar industry of India sex trafficking. Females are put in neighborhood to some racist, fascist, rapist devils. Either they grab them or the sex delivery agents of India grab them, racist, fascist devils, or they are grabbed by somebody in neighborhood who is again racist, fascist, rapist devils of India. They terrorize the females. This is the same technology being used by Diddy Combs. But Diddy Combs is in jail. Jeffrey Epstein is in jail. Harvey Weinstein is in jail. Ghislaine Maxwell, the co-conspirator of Epstein empire of sex trafficking females, girls in neighborhood, is in jail. All these people are in jail, but in India, which is 10 times, 20 times larger sex trafficking industry, $100 billion US industry, daily delivering females to be raped, minor girls to be raped in neighborhood by the racist faces devils. No one is arrested in India. No one. No big name is coming in India like Diddy Combs, Jeffrey Epstein, or Harvey Weinstein. Either the females or the girls of India are nincompoop, or they are under terror of India devils, or they are themselves participating in sex trafficking. So 700 million females are in India. They are never protesting against the racist faces, rapist devils of India running sex trafficking in neighborhood daily. But however, the US, you must thank the US people, the citizens, they immediately align with the truth. They immediately discard the sex traffickers, the female abusers, the people who are running the sex trafficking industry or whatnot. That's the beauty of the US, the USA. People follow the truth. They don't follow the devils. However, India is totally opposite of the US. In India, most of the people will follow the devils, the racist, fascist, rapist people. They are their devotees. Just like Gurmat Ram Rahim is having a lot of followers, there are devotees of Gurmat Ram Rahim, who is a rape convict for one or two females. That's how they could come up. But there were hundreds and hundreds of females who he raped, who he terrorized. But now India is devotee of Ram Rahim. Can you imagine? This is the mindset of India people and population. I want to tell you folks, it's a huge difference. Never compare India with US. US is totally opposite of India. Over US, people follow the truth. They adore the truth. They discard sex trafficking females, rapist faces agenda. However, in India, it's the other way around. In India, most abundantly available devils, racist faces people, most abundantly available and visual people around your neighborhood. So whenever you see and come across my neighborhood, you'll find the racist faces, rapists, devils, most abundantly available people around my neighborhood wherever I go. These people are always standing outside like beggars of India, rapists, beggars. They're always seen around grabbing anything which is coming across. So I will tell you, don't pass them goodies, pass them some imprisonment, some jail time. Let them grab that jail time, because these are the most abundantly available visible people, rapist devils, racist devils around my neighborhood always. They are always standing outside like beggars of India. Okay, folks, we are now going to shift our focus on October 17th event in India, which was where Supreme Court of India, fed up with litigany, or a huge amount of pleas against the marital rape of India husband, they put the plea against the India government or the union government. Why against India government? Because India government is the only government in the world that supports the predators, pedophiles, sex trafficking agents, racist, fascist devils, and they openly refuse making marital rape laws for 700 million Indian females, daily victims of India, drunkard males, liquor drinking males, who are forcing females for unnatural sex, mostly the mouth sex. That's very popular in India. Liquor drinking husband males of India are forcing females, married females, daily for mouth sex after they drink the liquor. That's how it runs in India. And females are fed up now. And the irony is, the beauty part of India females is that these 700 million females who are victims surviving daily this onslaught of India drunkard males forcing mouth sex on them, they don't protest. Either they have become shameless, or they are being terrorized, or they don't want to, or they're enjoying. Either of these three things are happening in India. Either they're enjoying this after the males drink liquor, they force all sort of sex on them, or they are terrorized by India state sponsored terrorism, or they are basically getting subverted. That's how it's happening in India, or they themselves enjoying. So that's why they're not protesting. So on October 17th, the India government was against criminalizing marital rape, and the Supreme Court was asking why you are trying to oppose them. They say when a India female is married, a girl is married to an India husband, they have an implied consent. Yeah, they put the logic, the argument, the implied consent. So what's this implied consent, folks? The implied consent is a fact or a logic given by people, where they say once you do this activity, you are basically supposed to do all these things by default regularly. So they say when a India female girl is married to an India male, their implied consent for forceful sex abuse by husband is given by India government. That's what they claim. The India government gives India males, pervert, predators, drunkard, liquor drinking husband to forcefully have sex with India females, to forcefully have mouth sex, unnatural sex with India females, and that's granted by India government. That's it. That's our independence. That's the theory of India independence from 1947, they say. How can we take that away from India males? They are freedom fighters who have fought for India freedom. India is not a country for one race or one religion. India belongs to all and everyone people, all religions, Sikh, Christian, Muslim, and India and Hindus. But they claim we gave this consent, implied consent of India males, freedom fighters, to have forceful sex, to have mouth sex with India females openly and forcefully after they drink liquor. That's what the stand India government took on October 17, 2024 against Supreme Court. Upon hearing this insane argument by India government in Supreme Court on October 17th, the CGI inquired central government has not abided by the hail of the implied consent of the married female. They say when the female is married, the consent is not provided for all things and everything. It's just a consent for a given instance or a given day or a given event. It's not like for the lifetime she's become a slave, sex slave of India husband. To which to which the India government replied, no. Once the India female gets married to India husband, they are their sex slaves. They are supposed to provide mouth sex daily to India husband. That's what India government says to Supreme Court shamelessly. It's a shameless government of the world which is known as India government. Shameless, pathetic, and racist faces, rapist, devil supporting India government. So now the court stands to decide based on the testimony given by India government, India Union on marital rape laws in India. that if you say that the consent is implied of married females, then does that mean that a married female has given consent, implied consent on dowry demand by India husbands? So that means wherever India husband wants to have dowry or money forcefully from India females, then that should be implied consent also. To which India government, listening to this, India government started hiding away. They started hiding under the desk, under the tables in Supreme Court. They started hiding in the washroom in Supreme Court. So again, we have this topic where the October 17th SC Supreme Court of India was asking India Union why you are favoring marital rape. Why are you favoring marital rapes of India females, which are 700 million India females? Why are you favoring them? Why are you always standing against marital rape laws of India? Why are you always favoring the racist faces devils, rapist devils, who are daily demanding marital rape, who are daily demanding forceful mouth sex from India females, 700 million Indian females? Yeah, it's 700 million Indian females who are married girls. So Supreme Court was asking the logic of India government why you're siding with rapists. So India government shamelessly replied to Supreme Court on October 17th that in India, when a female is married to a India husband male, they have an implied consent. Yeah, the logic was implied consent after marriage, and to which Supreme Court asked to India government on October 17th at 2 p.m. on October 17, 2024, that what is implied consent of India married females. India government replies shamelessly that implied consent is when a female is married to an India husband, then they have given up as a sex slave to India husband. They're supposed to become sex slave. They're supposed to become possession of India husband and males. They're supposed to become perform sexual acts, all sort of sexual acts which they demand, which is unnatural sex also, and which includes mouth sex, mostly demanded by India drunkard husband who are drinking liquor daily. They demand mouth sex from India females. 700 million India females. The liquor drinking husband demand mouth sex daily. That's what has come in many articles, and we have seen a lot of divorce citing this indication that husbands are demanding after drinking liquor mouth sex from India females shamelessly. To which, surprising, you may ask why India females, 700 Indian females, are not protesting. So, okay, folks, I'll give you more details on it, but first, let's put a glimpse on my previous articles. I've been writing articles from 2010 on alternative media, which you can see before its news. I was writing constantly articles on them, and this is all to expose the lies, deceit, deception of India, racist faces, devils, rapist devils of India, and elsewhere, and to rekindle the light of humanity in all planet Earth. That has been my agenda all going. Now, coming back to our topic of marital rapes laws in India. So now, as you can see, on October 17th at 2 p.m., the India government, India unit replied to the Supreme Court of India that implied consent of India females implies after they get married for forceful sex. All the drunkard husband, the liquor drinking husband can anytime demand sex from India females, married females, or mouth sex mostly. They prefer mouth sex mostly after drinking liquor. So India government says that's how it is supposed to be. India females are supposed to provide these services. They become sex slaves after marriage. Shamelessly, they are stating this in Supreme Court of India. Can you imagine the kind of degenerative mindset India government has? Association of devils have made them such. They are shameless now. So it's not surprising to see that India cops, which are part of India government, are also highly corrupt. They accept bribery. They are seen everywhere at highest level, commissioner of police to that level. They are seen corrupt. They're accepting bribes, and they can write false records. They can create false records in police station to implicate innocent saints. Original personality sjsrana. Yes, folks, I want to tell you a little bit that the cops of India are a part of government of India also, and they also become highly corrupt, and they accept bribery, and they can create false record. They can implicate innocents, especially original personality sjsrana. Rana. They can implicate them anytime because they don't care of the law. They say they are themselves the laws. They can write the laws in the books. They can create false records. based on any bribery or corruption given by third party. That's how they're operating. So, recently the Commissioner of Police of Calcutta, India, Bengal was thrown out or shunted out from his power position because he was siding with the devils or was the part of the problem, not the solution. This is how the corruption and bribery goes forth. Even the Commissioner of Police can be trusted in India. That's why I keep repeating India is way different from America, North America. Okay, folks. And in India, a truthful person, will always be seen having less friends, sing alone. If you can't enjoy company of yourself, you can't have others enjoy company of yourself. That has been my statement all along. And you have to have less people, less bullshit, and less of their crime activities, criminal activities. That's how you stay in India, because most of the racist faces devils are most abundantly available people in India. Along my neighborhood, wherever I reside, wherever I am, I find most of the racist faces devils seen around. So in India, you are not supposed to talk with strangers in neighborhood. Never talk to them. I don't talk to strangers who come in my neighborhood. I never talk to them because most of them are racist faces devils, rapist devils. They are having criminal track records. So if they come across in your neighborhood, strangers who are not seen regularly, who you don't know, don't talk to them, and even talk less to the people in neighborhood. You never know who is raping who in neighborhood in India. That's another thing. In India, you never know who is rapidly, relentlessly raping females in neighborhood. You never know. It could be marital rape. It could be raping of minor girls in your neighborhood, or it could be marital rape, mouth sex by liquor drinking husband. So you never know, folks, who is raping who in India. So always stay away from them. It's better you stay on your own life, practice spirituality, meditation, try to reform the world, try to put your thoughts for the betterment of humanity. Okay, folks, another incident which is going on is that recently. Okay, folks, recently there has been other events going on as apart from that. This is what I keep saying. The India beggars, racist faces, rapists, devils, terrorist associations are always seen begging, grabbing females, girls, car, cash, money, bounties, international visas, property from foreign nations. Yep, the Foreign Devil Association is always in line, in tune with India racist faces, devils, rapist devils. So they are gifting them bounties every time. You will never find sjsrana asking them or meeting with India racist faces, delivery agent devils. They're only working for racist faces, rapist devils of India in neighborhood all along. That's why in neighborhood of SGS Rana, you'll always find these beggars, racist faces, rapist beggars, always appearing, always the most abundantly available, visible people. Yep, they are most abundantly available, visible people in my neighborhood. They are the beggars, top class beggars, thugs, thieves, scammers, beggars, stealing cars, visas, money, cash, bounties of others. That's what they are, most available devils. And the Western nations, befooled, bewitched leadership is always following them. And that's how they have become the devil siding with devils, international siding with India devils, racist faces, rapist devils. That's what they're seeing now. Okay, folks, another thing is that UK, US, Australia, Canada, France, Germany have started surveillancing India diplomats 24 by 7. The criminal activities are well known now. Canada has exposed again and again. US has exposed again and again India diplomats' criminal activities. Yep, their criminal crony is networking in their nation. This is like you can say a termite mound. If you are inviting India diplomats, criminal cronies networking, you are inviting termites, which seamlessly, secretly builds underground nest, and they multiply in numbers. Just like India has 1.6 billion population, the largest population of the world, residing one third size of China, one third size of USA. They are completely tightly packed people, and most of them are racist faces devils of India who are spreading the false informations on saints, innocents, and original personality SJS Rana. Yep, they are expert in spreading misinformation, fake, false information everywhere. That's what tightly packed India population 1.6, one third size of China. Can you imagine? So let's take jar, you have a jar of candy. Okay, you have a jar of candy, and it's a jar of, let's say, 1 kilogram or 1 liter, or you can say 2 pounds. That's the jar, the capacity it has 1 liter. So what will happen if the one jar of
that holding, let's say, 1,000 candies are now compacted to one third size of that jar. One third. You take off two parts, you put it one third of that jar of that 1 liter, and now you put 20,000 candies in it. That's how India is tightly packed, folks. That's how the population is exploding in India, and most of them are becoming racist, faces, rapist devils of India. And they're tightly packed now, and they're passing their genes, they're passing their everything towards the innocents of India also. There are a lot of people who are innocents in India. 20% of India population is innocent. Most of them also following saintly path. They're good people. They're having generous heart. They believe in the dharma, the karma. But it's not for 8 out of 10 India population. No, that they are totally opposite. That's why they're totally opposite of America. I tell you, folks, I've stayed almost 9 years, 8 years in America. Yep, from May 1999, I was in America. I was in the US, in New Jersey, New York, working around that, blue chip companies, IT companies, big companies. Then I was also in Los Angeles after 2003, working for again big blue chip company of America, very reputed companies. I worked there for almost 7 8 years. I know the people in US. I know them very closely. I know them. They are loving truth. They are brave people. They are having high amount of valor, courage, honesty in them. They never speak lies. I know them personally because I stayed there. And same, I migrated to Canada in March 2007. I migrated to Canada because of the work. I was working for blue chip company again in Canada. Again, I've seen these people righteous path. I've seen them mostly following the path of truth. They hate the liars, the hate mongers, the racist faces devils, rapist devils. They hate them. But India is totally opposite, folks. Don't compare America with India. Don't never compare Canada with India people population. Even though they're all democratic nations, but never make this blunder of comparing India people with the America people. The India people, most of them will deceit, deception, tell lies, openly lies. They will speak. They will be racist faces, rapist devils. They are what the India people are mostly. 8 of 10, 8 of every 10. Whereas America is totally opposite. There are only 20% people who may be racist, maybe fascist, maybe rapist, maybe they are talking lies, maybe. I'm still having a doubt for America people. But for India, it is sure, certain, short. Whenever you meet these people, they will lie. They'll openly lie. Most of them have a begging tendency. They are beggars. They are begging international visas. They're begging cars, bounties, money, cash, lottery. They're begging. These are beggars and rapists. So you have two qualities together, rapists and beggars. In America, you may find few beggars, but they're not rapists. In Canada, you may find some rapists, but they're not beggars, they're not racist. But in India, you find all these qualities together. They're rapists, racist, fascist, beggars, and rapists. That's why they're most abundantly available people in India. And saints, innocents, sjsrana, original personality, Surinderjit Rana is least abundantly available visible people in India. Why? Because they don't have time for this bullshit you call. Okay, standing here, standing there, a bullshit beggar. So these people are not bullshit beggars. But market around my neighborhood, there are a lot of bullshit beggars, rapist beggars, who are always seen around grabbing everything which is passing by. They'll grab everything. They are beggars, bullshit beggars. Okay, folks. Another thing is High Court of India, Kolkata, has always been furious over India cops because India cops are seeing mostly corrupt, bribe. They're getting bribes and they're getting false records in police station on innocent saints of everything, of any crime. They can make a false record in police station. That's how India cops are popular in the world for corruption and bribery. And once they create a false record, mostly right now the rapes are viral. So India cop police station may create a false record of rape accusing innocent saints, original personality as sjsrana. Rana. They can create it after corruption, bribery, and they will never inform the original personality as sjsrana Rana or saints and innocents. Why they don't inform them? Deliberately, intentionally, because they want to delay the investigation. They want to keep the name, a bad name, marked in their books, and they will circulate this misinformation to everyone, world leadership, whatnot. And once it reaches the court and they start their trial, they say, oh, this person, you don't have even an iota of evidence. You are creating false records. You are trying to tarnish image of the saints. And they throw away the case, and after that, the matter fizzles. But for the time of 6 7 months or that duration, once the court realizes that cops are creating false records,
They're creating misinformation. They're disseminating false information to everyone. That's how things work in India. I keep repeating this, folks. 8 out of every 10 India population is downright corrupt, mostly morally, ethically bankrupt, pathological liars with exceptional hate crimes against humanity to tell us saints, innocent, original personality. Okay, that's why they don't win gold medals. Why India population 1.6 billion don't win gold medals in Olympics? In France Olympics 2024, they won zero gold medal. They have more than 250 delegates representing India, still they won zero gold medal. Pakistan, on the other hand, had only 7 delegates visiting France Olympics gold medal in Paris, and they won a gold medal. Whereas India, 1.6 billion population, celebrating the International Yoga Day on 21st of June, initiated by Modi proudly, the PM of India. He said, if I can have yoga teach to the people, taught to the people of 1.6 billion people, they will be extreme, having strength, stamina, action, performance everywhere. Since 2014, India PM Modi introduced International Yoga Day, and now they have zero gold medal always. So you can understand what kind of deceit, deception everyone is playing in India. In India, deceit, deception makes people popular. Rapist, racist agenda make people instantly popular. Whereas once you speak truth, you are following the truthful path, will make you enemy of India people. They will become enemy to you. India government will be enemy to you if you're speaking truth. If you're telling truth, they'll be enemy to you because they have a devil association mindset. So the Yoga Day celebrated by Modi PM from 2014, they say this yoga needs to be teach to the or imparted to the whole world for stamina, action, performance, strength. But now India has been winning zero gold medal, 1.6 billion population after celebrating Yoga Day of Modi. So you see me laughing now. What are these people teaching? Deceit, deception? Their strength, stamina, zero in gold medals in Olympics. They only won 6 medals, folks, by for your knowledge, in Olympics France 2024 after learning yoga from PM Modi. You need to laugh now. I will take a pause. Okay, folks, once again, this is my personal disclaimer over here, which I keep mentioning to you a lot because I know a lot of world leadership, a lot of good people, good Smartin has been trying to assist or help me or to further my cause of updating the humanity. They wanted to basically uplift my status, they wanted to do a lot of good things. But the way, the method, the methodology they used were totally fractured, totally you can say, totally unworthy of, because the way they used to give basically do a metaphor gimmickry around my neighborhood was the complete mess up. This is a goof up they have done, and for that goof up, all the bullshit people around my neighborhood, the racist, rapist, bullshit association. It's an association, 100,000 strong army of bullshit people, racist, rapist. They have hijacked the whole system. So whatever they try to help me has been basically grounded, has been basically put in the drain, and all other things where they try to do, like sending me international visa. Yeah, these were all things coming for me. I know. I thank them, even though I've not received. But I tell you, these bullshit people around my neighborhood, they always gather. There are many strangers also. They come from far off, and they know because these things will be delivered in a way, in a methodology that's most abundantly available. Bullshit person will be grabbing these bounties. So you can see this is my front yard view at night. You can see the hours. It is late night, around 10 p.m. or 1000 hour. You can say 2200 hours IST, Indian Standard Time, and you can see these bullshit people standing around my car, around in front of my residence at night. So this is kind of racist, rapist, bullshit people are seen around, and these bullshit people will be grabbing the bounties, the car, the international visas, because they are just standing around. And what you will see from above sky, or what you have the census, or what the delivery agents of India, which are again bullshit people, racist faces, bullshit delivery agents, will only pick up these bullshit people because it's an association, folks. They will never see me. They don't see me. They don't know me. They don't know where I live. This is the bullshit they give to you because it's an racist faces, rapist association of bullshit people of India. And this is how they do. You can see this guy is hovering around my car, hovering around my residence in front gate. You can see this is the bullshit people around. And these kind of people are seen around many. They are basically visiting from far enough, and they know all they have to do is stand and do some metaphor bullshit, and they will be given the international visa. So the US is aware of that only the bullshit people of India, the racist, rapist bullshit of India, has been given granted visas for past 9 months. Okay, mark my words. So from March 2024 till September 2024, only all the bullshit racist faces devils have been granted visas, have been granted cars, vehicles, they have been granted property, house, mansions, money, cash, which was supposed to be for me. I know they wanted to gift it to me. I never asked it though. I never asked this favor, but they wanted to be very generous, and they wanted to uplift my cause. That's I'm thankful to them, even though I have not received anything. Just to be very clear, all these bullshit people hovering around, trying to catch up international visas. They are temporary people. They take rent around my residence, or they basically, even if they have not taken rent, they basically move and buy the house temporary. And because they know, they are aware from India state sponsored terrorism, that these bullshit people are supposed to hover around. You can see this bullshit person is hovering around my car in front of my gate, because the CCTV catches all these things. I don't know, because I don't have time to spare for such bullshit metaphor moron. This bullshit metaphor moron person you can see around, hovering around. Obviously, this person, note this date and time, he would have already gathered international visa from US, UK, Canada, someone. Because these racist faces, devils, bullshit people are the most abundantly available people in India. Okay, the bullshit racist fascist people, rapist people, the bullshit people of India are most abundantly available visible people. These are the beggars, bullshit beggars. They'll beg for anything, folks. You have no idea. These people are complete beggars, bullshit. Okay, folks, here's my cat. One of my cat. I have three cats, and her name is Joycey. You can see she's enjoying good time with me. She always jumps, bounces onto my lap, and this is the pose she will make. Most of the time, you will see her like this when she's around me. She's very relaxed. She's enjoying the good time with me, even though I have less time to spare with them. I only spend about half an hour to 1 hour daily with them. But you can see, I do all my meditation. I burn incense, I burn these candles around me also, which is basically for the spiritual practice. And these, you can see their good part.